Hello everybody, gear to you, and welcome back to the 12 Days of Gaming. Today we're playing through the original Tomb Raider. Now this is a game that we've already covered on the 12 Days of Gaming, but that was a couple years ago, and I just want to make an excuse to record another video for this game because I absolutely love the original Tomb Raider. And we get to see a fancy loading screen that we didn't get to see on the Gator Stream's playthrough of this game because this is the PS1 version. Yay! And I feel so happy being able to record this in good quality now because my old capture card for recording older games was terrible. So I do apologize because I'm going to be speaking over Laura's dialogue right now, but this is something that we've already seen on Gator streams, so you can check that out if you really want to listen to the dialogue or anything like that, or something. But right now, this is going to be a showcase of this game, and basically an excuse to show off this super awesome adapter that I have for my capture card. And also, this right here, one of the best details in the game. This is the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark. They have a fun time poking fun at Indiana Jones in these classic Tomb Raider games, and they even did so in Tomb Raider Anniversary, and I believe one of the Lara Croft spin-off games. I don't remember if it was Guardian of Light or Temple of Osiris or anything like that, but it's still pretty fun. This level is a great way to teach players how to control the platforming in this game, because the platforming is a bit different in this, even compared to modern Tomb Raider games and things like that. What's down there? I am curious now. It's a treasure chest, and it's shiny. To go to balloons, plastic. So, for those of you who may have been watching my channel for a while, you may know that I absolutely love Tomb Raider. I love classic Tomb Raider. The Legend Trilogy is my personal favorite. I think the new games are good, but I don't think they're good Tomb Raider games, and that might be a little controversial to say. But this original game, even if it is pretty outdated, it's a really fun game that I always enjoy replaying. And it's probably like one of the games I've replayed the most.
I can't climb up because the gap is too small. But press right, and I'll shimmy sideways until there is room. Then press forward.
And now we can go over here. So we can back up, hit the X button to grab on the ledge, and go this way. So one thing that's kind of amusing about this game is that whenever I try to get some of my friends to try playing the classic Tomb Raider games, they always say that the controls are awful, and they just couldn't get into them. And this is one of those things where I could totally see where they're coming from, but I don't see what's wrong with the controls when I play the game myself. These are just natural to me. So yeah, they might feel weird to some other people, but I don't understand what's wrong with these controls, in my personal opinion. Again, it might be one of those things where I've played this game my whole life, so these controls are natural to me. So this might be one of those things. I'm going the wrong way. This is the way I wanted to go. We were on the one that I want to start. And let's start the game. now let's get into the game. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time in this first level because this was the level that we played during the first time we showcased this during the 12 Days of Gaming. So I'm going to play through a little bit into this level just so you can see what it's like. And so we can demonstrate how awesome this game is. So a bit of a background history with the Tomb Raider series. This is, of course, the very first game in the series. Even though this is widely regarded to be one of the better PlayStation games in the world, this game didn't actually make its debut on PlayStation at all. This was originally a timed exclusive for the Sega Saturn of all things. So they were making this game. I believe they skipped the Nintendo 64 version because the thing is, in those days, making a Nintendo 64 cartridge was like 2 or 3 times more expensive than making a PlayStation disc, which is a big reason why a whole lot of third-party companies didn't support Nintendo 64, which is totally understandable because cartridges in those days were really expensive. So they had a timed exclusivity deal with Sega to make this game available for the Saturn for a limited time. And then when the game released on PlayStation, that was seen as the superior version because the Sega Saturn version was plagued with bugs and glitches and stuff like that. And with the added development time for PlayStation, they were able to fix those. There is still one big glitch in this game that's on, I think, every version of this game that they've never really fixed. It's that if you collect every single reward in the game, the last one doesn't count for some reason. So I don't know if there's supposed to be like some big grand epic reward for 100% completion, and I don't really know if they fixed this in later ports, such as the Steam version of this game. I imagine they did, but at least on the PlayStation version, they never fixed that. So as we go over here, we'll open up this, and we'll go over here. There's some more bats over here, and now, whatever we gonna do. So as for this game itself, in terms of potentially Let's Playing it, the thing is, this is a game that I 100% know I am going to Let's Play someday. There's just no way that a big Tomb Raider fan like myself would never cover this game. The thing is, though, this game has the same story as Tomb Raider Anniversary, which is a game that we've already Let's Played twice on the channel. And the Redux of Anniversary that we did contained footage of the PlayStation version. So it's kind of a matter of figuring out when's the best time for that, where it doesn't feel repetitive. Because even though this is a very different game from Anniversary, it's still the same story. So I kind of don't want like half the Tomb Raider Let's Plays on the channel to be of the same story. But at the same time, I kind of want to do this one next, but at the same time, there's also a bunch of other Tomb Raider games I'd want to do as well. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out which one I want to do next. I do know that I said at the ending of Tomb Raider Underworld that the next Tomb Raider game on the channel would be a big game. Since then, I've kind of flip-flopped over which game that I actually want to do next. And there's a bear over there, so that reminds me of an amusing thing that happened during Gator streams, so people who've been watching the Gator streams may remember this moment. So, if you collect them too soon, or too late, or anything like that, you're kind of screwed, and it's kind of tricky to find a good spot to save your game. They kind of fixed this a little bit with Tomb Raider 3, because in that game, you collect the save crystals, and then you can save at any time. But at the same time, it's so annoying. Like, good thing we didn't overreact. So yeah, that was a fun time. Get away from me, get away from me. One thing I remember that's pretty funny was that when I was a kid and Tomb Raider Anniversary was just coming out, there was a neighbor kid who was a bigger Tomb Raider fan than I was. And she had already gotten Anniversary, but I didn't get the game yet. So I was like asking her a bunch of questions about what Anniversary was like. And I remember very vividly, I was asking what the enemies were like in that game, and I remember her response. She was like, well, for one, they don't look like puppets. Alright, so that's gonna be as far as we'll be playing in this level, but we're not done yet, because I have a handy dandy little trick. We go into the inventory screen, L2, R2, L1, circle, triangle, L1, R2, L2, and exit. Ah, I don't want to have right. So, this game has a level skip cheat. And this is a big thing that I kind of abused a lot when I was recording Tomb Raider Anniversary, because I was already doing like a bunch of Let's Plays at the time, so it was nice not having to worry about recording the entirety of this game. And it's not like I had to record the entire game at all. It's not like I had to record the entire game for the Tomb Raider Anniversary project. I just need little bits and pieces of the game to show off some interesting differences between this and Anniversary. So this is the level that we're primarily going to be focusing on in this video. I don't know if we're going to finish it today, but this is definitely one that I want to demonstrate. So I'm not quite sure at the time that I'm recording this video how I'm handling the gator streams for... I fell. Oh well. It's not going to be that hard to get back up there. In the lava kami, if there's a waterfall, there's something behind it. And that's basically the primary goal of this level. Because there is something behind that waterfall and we need to figure out how to get behind it. So this game was Okami before Okami was Okami. Going back to the gator stream thing. For those of you who don't know, I did have one gator stream of the PC version of this game. And I thought it went pretty well. I had a lot of fun with it. The thing is, though, OBS is really, really weird when it comes to recording the PC version of the original Tomb Raider. It's fine with every other game that I've tried recording on there, but for some reason, the original Tomb Raider games, they just struggle to work with OBS. I don't know how I got to work on the Gator stream that we did. I don't know if we've done another stream between me recording this video and the day that it's being uploaded. I'm recording this video on September 7th, so that's a good indication of when it's being recorded because I just gave you the exact date. So yeah, I think if I continue the Gator streams, which I definitely want to do, if I do continue the Gator streams for this game, I'm probably just going to do the PlayStation version because it's easier for me to record. So now that we're over here, the save crystal, we'll pick that up and then it'll save the game in this exact moment in time. And that's like my big issue with this game is that the save system isn't very great. Like, it's an interesting idea, but it definitely isn't the thing that's aged the most well in this game. It did get a little bit better on future games. I believe in Tomb Raider 3, the save crystals did return, but they changed it so that you collected them rather than it being locked to saving at that moment in time. I don't know how Tomb Raider 2, Lost Revelation, or Chronicles handles their save systems. But what I do know is that the PC version lets you save at any time, which is the reason why I would consider that the definitive version if I wasn't so nostalgia blind about this game. Hooray for editing! So I'm trying to find the shotgun in this level, because there is an additional weapon that you can get, which will make a certain enemy a little bit later in this level a lot easier to fight. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head where it is, though. I think after playing this game a million times, I'd remember everything about it, but my memory on this game is not quite like Link's Awakening or Legend or anything like that. Oh, okay, there it is. It's kind of morbid to have a skeleton down there. We want to be careful about this. I don't fall down there, because that would not be a good way to go. I believe there is stuff down here that we could get, but I don't feel like it. Alright. We'll pick that up. I don't remember if this gave you shotgun shells from the beginning. We only have 2 bullets. Wow. Not a good thing. We'll need to find some more. I believe there are some down here. Hopefully, maybe, sort of. Never mind, that's a secret for later, which we're probably not going to be demonstrating in this video, so yay! The thing about this game is that there are several weapons you can get, and you're going to find the ammunition for them scattered across the level. Now, there are, of course, cheat codes that can let you have maximum ammunition, but I'm not going to be using those because I don't feel like using that. I only wanted to use the level skip cheat so we can get to the last level without me having to replay through a bunch of stuff. And there's a noisy car outside, and I apologize if you hear that, but I don't feel like editing that out. Okay, I want to avoid the wolves because I don't feel like fighting them. Would you go away? I was trying to be friendly, but no, you just had to attack the waifu. Nobody attacks the waifu and gets away with it. And now we go over here, and there's another skeleton, so this is pretty ominous. And there's a jungle over here, so what could possibly be in this area? And now it's the Tomb Raider and Jurassic Park crossover we've all been waiting for. I remember when I was a kid, I was always confused about why the raptors in Jurassic Park were considered the deadlier dinosaurs, because, like, you're gonna see up right here, but there's kind of a bigger guy in this place. There's a T-Rex! And if he gets too close to you, then that's going to be like an instant death thing, so we need to be careful about that. And also the T-Rex is super fast. That freaked me out for a moment. So, there are several ways that you can safely avoid the T-Rex. I'm a little scared, I'm scared. Okay, I got caught in the corner and there's a T-Rex behind me. So, yeah, this is easily one of the most iconic moments in the entire Tomb Raider series. Even if you've only played... There's a raptor right there! Even if you've only ever played the modern games, you know about the raptor. You know about the raptors and the T-Rex. Everybody knows about the dinosaurs in Tomb Raider because it's just that iconic. My grandparents, who don't really know that much about video games at all, they know about the T-Rex in this game. So yeah, that's how iconic it is. And it's a real shame that the more modern games don't really go into the more fantasy elements that the original games did. Where's that T-Rex? T-Rex, where are you? I don't want to come out. I don't want to leave. I'm happily content living the rest of my life in here. Alright, fine, we'll go out there. Might be a good idea to find a health pack. You are nowhere and I are there! Get away from me! I want my mommy! Whew! We did it! We have triumphed over this monster! We did it! Yay! Man, I always love this moment. I always love this moment because you're going to a forest and you see, oh, there are dinosaurs here. Okay, that's a little out of place. Oh my god, that's a T-Rex. It's going to destroy me. It's not very nice. So yeah, that's definitely one of the many highlights of this game. This game definitely does have a lot of them. So, we'll be going inside of this temple. I thought I destroyed you. Come on. There we go. Alrighty then. Like, I don't care what you say about modern Tomb Raider. Yeah, she'd be cool and all, but she doesn't have anything on this one. She goes through a jungle, destroys dinosaurs, one of which is a T-Rex, and she's just doing it all for sport. This is easily, like, one of the best video game characters of all time. So, yeah, you can see why I love Tomb Raider. Now, personally speaking, I do consider the Legend version of Lara Croft to be the best version, But if you say that the classic Laura is your favorite version, then I won't say you're wrong, because this version of Laura is truly amazing. Like, literally, Laura just took down a T-Rex. That's just like all kinds of awesome. And that's one thing that I can really say about pretty much any version of Lara Croft as well, is that everybody has their own version of Laura that they personally think is the best. Like, I personally don't agree with the people who consider the reboot Laura to be the best version. I personally strongly don't agree with that. But I won't say you're wrong, exactly, because that's the one that's special to you. And everybody has a version of Laura that's special to them, at least the ones who play this game. So, like, even though this is the first Tomb Raider game that I played, the version of Laura in Legend is my personal favorite because that's my favorite Tomb Raider game. So, yeah, everybody has the version of Laura that's their personal favorite. So just because one version is your favorite, but somebody else doesn't particularly care that much for it, that doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means that you have a different opinion, and your opinion is just as valid as anybody else. And on that note, I think this is a good place to call it quits for this video of the 12 Days of Gaming. I just wanted to come up here because there's some stuff up here that are shiny. There's like a machine cock thing. And this right here is usually the best place that I like to go to take care of the T-Rex because it's too high for the T-Rex to attack you. And actually, that's a really good shot. Actually, that reminds me. So, this game was originally going to have a remake called Tomb Raider 10th Anniversary Edition. We'll have a card on the corner of the screen that'll take you to a gaming gallery. We can learn more about that. But there's a really cool scene where the T-Rex appears and it actually breaks the bridge, so you can actually see what happens to it. And it's pretty cool. So, unfortunately, I can't have the camera focused on... I can't have Laura face the camera or anything like that, so we're gonna leave the game and go back to the title screen. So now we're taking care of all that, we're ending this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of the 12 Days of Gaming. If you'd like to see a Let's Play of this game, you already know it's going to happen someday. I don't know when, but I definitely want to Let's Play this game at some point. So thank you all so much for watching this video of the 12 Days of Gaming. Until next time, Lady Gear to you. Oh yeah.